How was your visa process, Mukund?
I opened the interview screen and he asked me, why USA?
This, in fact, is our new American moment. There has never been a better time to start living the American dream.
So, welcome everyone to this special panel discussion by Futurense. Today, we have four inspiring students who have embarked on a journey from India to US. They'll be sharing insights, experiences, and tips on navigating the path to studying abroad. So, without further ado, let's dive into their stories and let's meet our students. Can you guys introduce yourself one by one?
Hi all, I'm Sneha Shashidharan. I am having 7+ years of experience. I'm going to Drexel University and for the course of MS in Cybersecurity.
It's nice to meet you, Sneha.
Thank you.
Hi all, I am Mukund Valuru. I have 3+ years of experience and I'm going to MS in Business Analytics in RIT.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Subramanya. I have 6+ years of experience in data science. I'm going for Case Western for business analytics and intelligence.
So, hi everyone. My name is Aneesur and I have 9 years of experience in IT, and I'm going to University at Buffalo for MS in Business Analytics.
So, our first topic for today is choosing the right program. So, what factors influenced you to choose Futurens and also a master's in the US? Sneha, tell me.
Okay. So why US? Because it's a dream place for everyone, and getting a certification or a program completion from there, it's like very expensive as well as it adds much value to your career. And for me, I'm looking for a career change in cybersecurity. So I want to have a very strong foundation, and that I can get from US with their practical approach. And Drexel specifically, it is a little research based college, so that will actually be a best one for my it will suit my purpose.
Okay. Subramanya, what do you think?
Yeah, US definitely because of the practical approach which people talk about, right? Apart from that, I think the opportunities after that, post that. I mean, if you see the founders today here or there, most of them have completed their masters in US. So I'm also aspiring for opening a sports analytics firm later, coming back to India. So that's the main reason for me to choose US. Plus future ends, many reasons to be honest, and one of them is the cost effectiveness. I mean, if somebody in India has to do masters in US, I think it takes lakhs together, probably sometimes even might reach crores. So I think that was the main reason, and also the seamless process, right, from the admission until the visa, is something which helped me choose future ends or any other consultancy.
So, did you know that it's gonna be this seamless before you chose Futurens?
Not really. I was always skeptical. I mean, my journey started with that, and I think throughout the journey, you guys have proved me wrong. So, yeah, I hope after going there as well, I'll have this assistance. Yeah.
Anisur, I think you have like 7 years of experience, no?
Yeah, I have nine.
You have nine. So after 9 years, again going back to studying and studying in US, which is gonna be like more of a practical approach. So that is something that you wanted to do.
So I had plans of doing masters long back. So I have this plan from a very long time though, but I got the chance now. That is one major reason. But yeah, I mean, I really do want to do a masters because this gives me a global exposure in the US, which will connect me with a lot of firms. Um Rather than working as a client-based setup, doing it directly in there would actually give me a very good exposure. So that's the major reason I chose US and masters, of course.
But were you scared, like, after working for so long, going back to studying, like I won't be able to go back to studying anymore once I've started working.
Of course, I mean, I have my challenges too. So moving into academics is definitely a very tough job. I mean, in fact, my college mathematics is something which I almost forgot. And now coming back here, they ask me what is cofactor, what is covariance, and that, that is something which is very hard to recall. And of course, I mean, the IIM course is very helpful in gathering that again.
Okay, so you're getting like the basics again and in the IIM course?
Yes, I would say it is helping me recall it. So
Okay.
it's a good recollection stuff that I'm doing here.
Yeah, preparing you for the US. Yeah.
Yeah, just to add to that, I think this is like a prep for us. This is
Hmm.
how it would be there. I think we have been out of I mean at least the curriculum and education for a long time now. So this is like a prep. I think this is a best part of it. Not just completing 30%. You know how much you have to be prepared and how what effort it takes for you. In terms of your setup, how they teach or the way they would deliver lectures. I think you're getting a glimpse of it here, which is already preparing you for studies. And I think this 3 months is like a trailer.
Mukund, do you remember covariance and cofactor?
Yeah, I remember.
What is it? Because I forgot.
Yeah, I was very good at math from
So tell
childhood.
me, explain it to me.
Yeah, basically, covariance is like how much one variable is varying from another variable. What is yeah, it's just a comparison of variance between two variables.
So one depends on the other.
No, not dependency. Like, for example, if x is moving at a certain pace and y is moving at a certain pace, what is the difference between the pace of their moving?
Okay. So what's the most surprising piece of advice you guys got before, like starting your process, or once you decided that I want to do my masters in the US, what's the most weird or surprising thing that you got advised on?
From
Anyone, your friends, somebody who's already there, maybe your cousin or family, anyone.
One thing I got is about the recession in the US. So there, I got information like they're being laid off. So there are people being laid off. So that's one shocking feedback I got. But that's I actually felt that's not really true. Recession is dependent on a lot of things, how the business runs and how much profit a company is making and all that. So I just like it was shocking, and in fact, people have seen that happening. So recession is true. It's not like it's not true, but there is recession. I mean that there are a lot of factors affecting that. That's the only point. So I coped up myself.
What about you?
I think UPI doesn't work there.
Oh, I did not know
With
this.
so much advancement in USA, I mean it's still surprising to know that with India, I mean we have moved a lot. I mean a small Kirani stores now has UPI, right? But it doesn't work. They have to carry cash, which I've at least not done for a while, which would take some time. But that's the surprising thing I heard.
So recently, there's a video of Trump that's been going around where he says that if someone, any immigrant, does their master's or undergrad or diploma from US, they should automatically get a green card because he wants that talent in the US. So were you guys like yes after that, or like what was your reaction?
To be honest, not really. I mean, currently it might feel exciting, but let's assume 5, 6 years down the line, if this keeps happening, and US will definitely will be, you know, will be a difficult spot to get a job. I mean, imagine people who are from US would start demanding for jobs, right? So it is not a great sign in a long run. I mean, if you look at it in a short term, yeah, it gets excited, but I think our future Indians who want to do MS or degree there as well, it will be a red flag for them.
Why do you think so? Because he wants to retain talent, right? It can be from anywhere, not just the US people or the immigrants.
But I think it would undermine US people. It might happen. That's what I feel.
That is for any city. Bangalore people are like people from all over India are coming here and taking up our jobs. But that's what, no, talent is what they want. If you have the, credibility, if you are capable of something, you should get that. I think that's what.
I mean, I have mixed opinion on this. I'm still not a reached. I've still not reached a conclusion. Again, like I said, it feels exciting. It's really great for a short term thing, but I think in the long run, US might get rebellion on this. So it's not a great sign to be part of. So it's good to stay away.
Or maybe uh, they can propose an examination of sorts to you know keep really talented people only there.
But it can't be standardized, no, because
Mm,
everyone comes from different
yeah.
backgrounds, everyone comes from, they have different technical knowledge, different soft skills, so we can't
No,
have one standardized
based on the
exam.
masters they have done.
No, it can be anyone, like anyone who's studying there, like
Hmm.
not just masters, but like undergrad, diploma, anything. So the people who are that capable should get the job. What do you think, Sneha?
Mixed opinion. One thing, it will be really great for someone who gets it, provided the person is actually really, intelligent enough, has the capacity. Then it is worth. Otherwise, just because he is completing an MS, something like that, they getting it, it would be really unfair to the US citizens. And especially for the people who have gone from here way years back and waiting for this opportunity. So it's a mixed feeling. But yes, if really a talented person gets it and they can really create something which is helpful for the society, it's a really great option.
What do you think?
So I'm actually, I will show a thumbs up for what Trump said. So I'm a guy who wants to move in there. So that is actually a good thing for me. And of course, people were talking about masters, examinations, and all that. So one thing I have seen in the US is their labor laws are very strict, and they support any form of labor. If you are, even if you are an electrician in a house, you get paid very well. So that's the whole point. They treat every labor equally, be it IT, be it agriculture, be it whatever it is. So that is the workforce is important. They call it workforce. So that is something which they see very important, and that's where the talent term comes up. So they will try to retain talent no matter whatever form it is.
Right.
So that's what I have come across. So yeah, I mean, even if you are into a interior designing job, and in fact, some years back, not just masters, they US actually proposed a investment plan. People who are ready to start a business in the US can get a green card. So like what you said right now, Trump mentioned the people who did masters could stay there. So they also had proposed a plan before long back. Whoever is willing to start a business can stay there. So they are welcoming talent, of course. They never say no. They just don't want some bad attitude person to be in there.
Yeah, that's
So yeah, that's the whole point. That's why they were planning to build a wall against Mexico. So
So we all know that getting accepted to a US university is like very challenging, right? The visa, application, admission, everything is very tough. So how did Futurance help you go through that process? How was your visa process, Mukund?
So coming to the application part, for filling out the application, I've applied to two universities, Rutgers and RIT. For both applications, I've received immense support from Swapnil, who was there with me step by step, what to upload and what is the format we should upload for each university. And even for SOP, there was help, like how to write an SOP for this particular university and what points to include and all. uh, and yeah, so application wise there was complete support, and coming to visa process, the Bashir and Sweta were helped me with filling out DS 160 and the visa application form, and even how to book the appointments. And once the appointments are booked, like a week or 2 weeks before, they started scheduling mock interviews. And they were asking questions which are very quite tough for students to answer in the interview. So only those questions they focused more on, and they have told us what to do and what not to do during the interview. So yeah, the visa support was awesome.
Can you tell me one question that was very tough for you to answer during your visa?
Yeah, actually, I'll tell you my first mock interview with Bashir. Okay, basically I thought they'll ask just simple questions. It will be very simple. I'll ace it. So I opened the interview screen and he asked me why USA, and then I was stuck. I was stuck there, and then yeah. So it takes preparation. We'll think like it's very simple to answer. They're all actually simple questions, but if we don't prepare enough, you'll not get through.
Yeah, because it seems very simple that why you want to go to the US because it's the hype right now or whatever, it's very trendy or but you got to give a very descriptive answer, right? What did you give, Subramanya? What answer did you give to this
I think mostly, I
question?
mean, for me, it was related to the work as well because I had to bring that flavor into why US,
Hmm.
right? So, having 6 years of experience, I wanted to prove the visa officer that I still want to go. So, I think with 6 years of experience, what I felt is I am good, a jack of all, master of none kind of a situation where I was into. So, I also wanted to have a strong foundational skills, and I didn't have a degree in analytics, even though I had 6 years of experience. But And with a lot of advancement in AIML today, people talk about GNAI, people talking about your task getting done at the tip of just a message, right? We used to write long essays, emails. I mean, they are no more valid now. One simple text to or one simple prompt to the GPT would do it all for you. So I think with so much advancement, I feel I'm lacking a bit. I'm staying behind. So I want to cope up myself and I have to pull up my socks and reach where people are today. So that's why I think US became more important in terms of why US. Uh, Plus, as well as the university which I chose helps me do this, and the curriculum aligns with what I'm planning to do in future.
Okay. Were there any technical questions, Aneesur?
There were no technical questions for me. In fact, my interview lasted for almost a minute. I mean, not more than a minute, I would say. It was less than a minute. The interviewer just pulled up my DS-160. She looked at the officer looked at my I-20, and she was just questioning me one thing. First thing is, they just asked about the university details, which university you're going to, and what you're trying to do. Next question is, why do you want to do a master's after all these years? Like how you asked some time back. So yeah, that was the only question that popped up to me. So I was able to manage answer that, saying that the level of knowledge I will be gaining from that, and the level of global exposure that I will be getting. So that's the answer which I gave, and she was quite okay with it. She said, "Yeah, your visa is approved." That's it.
Happy
I was
news.
more than happy. Happiest moment of my life.
So, Sneha, the mock interviews that you had, were the questions similar or like almost exactly the same, the one that they asked?
90% it was similar. So actually, I was very lucky to have the similar questions what I was prepared for. The only extra question that came was like, did you give any GRE or a GMAT? So for that, I was like, okay, she's asking this. I said, just a quick thinking, and I said, I was planning to write one, but since I was given a waiver, I just dropped the plan of writing exam. So
But
she was like, okay, great, that's good for you. So that also got me a fear. If she think like I'm planning to work over there, and then she moved on and she was just like, okay, so why after 7 years now
Hmm.
masters? Like just to climb up the ladder, need to understand security aspects and those kind of answers. So she was happy with my answer, and then the golden words approved. Have a happy stay in US. Oh, thank you very much.
So, were you guys nervous before the visa interview? Were you guys like shivering or
Yeah,
something?
too much,
Yeah.
too much.
I was. I mean, initially I was not because we were prepared well. I mean, I was ready. Everything was set. But I've seen rejections after rejections. When you stand in that queue, you think about everything you should not. So that's the whole, an advice for somebody who's giving an interview. Just don't look around. Don't listen to anybody around. I mean, you still can't avoid, but that's what, will make you nervous. I mean, I was standing in the queue. The one before me got rejected. So that keeps running in your mind while you're giving your interview. But I think after a point, I mean, after one or two questions, you'll get used to it and it should be fine.
Do you guys have any lucky charms or anything that you like took with you for the interview? Like any coin or anything like that?
I do. I wear this. I mean, I still have this now. I don't know how much
Oh,
visible it
God.
is, but yeah,
Nice.
I wear this. This is lucky for
So
me.
it worked for you.
It has worked till now, so I hope it will work in future as well.
My interview was pretty daunting. Like, I was the fourth person in the queue, and the first three was rejections. I was sweating, but at that point I thought like, let's do whatever I can. It will come if it comes or not. I just went there and I smiled. Interviewer smiled. He asked me why USA, why MSBA. I told whatever I have prepared, and he said okay, approved. I couldn't believe it. Can you please repeat? I asked. He said approved, and then I went back. It was very awesome feeling.
So you guys are saying that be nervous till you enter, and once you enter, just forget everything and just be yourself, right?
Yes.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Absolutely. You have to be in a mode like, you're just having a conversation with one of your US client or someone. Just be in that mode, then it becomes really easy for you to answer the questions and answer only to what they're asking. No
Absolutely. That
explanations.
is really
That
important,
is something which
Uh,
VG sir explained us very well. Like just answer what they ask for.
because
Yeah.
we have
That
seen
saved
rejections
us.
where
Yes.
you go above and behind where it is not
Yeah.
required. That is
And
one
people
thing.
sometimes beat around the bush. They don't get to the
Yeah.
point.
Yeah,
So
they
that
keep
is
Point.
another
blabbering
problem.
on.
Yeah.
Don't do that then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Not
You,
recommended.
Sneha, and you, Anisur, you guys had US clients before, right?
Yeah,
So you had experience with the accent and everything. So it was like, was it easier for you guys?
Yeah, for me, I would say it is easy. Mine is a US company, so it's
the
really
language
easy.
wise it is easier because I currently work for Jones Lang LaSalle, which is a US company itself. It's not my client, it's my actual company. So it is, I usually, my day to day activities involve interacting with US people. So I work in their time zone, they work in my time zone. So it's a usual interaction that goes on. So the language was pretty easy, but the problem is it's a new visa that I'm attending. So that's where the tricky part is.
So do you guys have anyone who is already there in the US? I think Mukund, you have an uncle
Yeah, I
there.
have an uncle and my cousin brother.
Okay.
Both of them are stay. My uncle used to stay in US. Now he's staying in Canada. My cousin brother is staying in US now.
Okay, so that was like, your jump off point that, their life is so good. I want to go there myself.
Yeah,
They used to bring you gifts and all, right?
yeah, that's true. Like, yeah, my uncle was pretty much the inspiration for me to move to US because from childhood I'm seeing his lifestyle. Do video calls with him and how he is living his life in US. I also thought, wow, I also want to live like that, and then I decided I'll go to US. So
What about you,
Yeah,
Subramanya?
I have my cousin sister there as well, and she's there for 6 years now. And right from that moment, she was pulling me to come there. I mean, I was the one who was little hesitant to go there, but now I think she's really on cloud nine, to be honest, because it's 2 hours from the university. She has jumped up, like she's already all set to invite me and welcome me there. But yeah, I think that she also inspired me a lot. The kind of work culture there, she is into, and you have time for everything there, which I think even if we have here, I don't think we give enough importance to many things. And I think you're self-dependent there, so you'll learn a lot in terms of life lessons as well. So that's something
Can you talk more about the work culture? What have you learned from your cousin?
to be honest, I mean, if we look at here, right, not just me, if anybody on this table, if you ask them, I think 8 hours is just for the namesake, which they say, and we end up working 12, 13, sometimes 16 as well, and no weekends, no weekdays. I mean, there's no clear bifurcation. Nobody tells you to stop now, and you won't yourself stop until the work is done. But there it is very clear, black and white. You're working for 8 hours, you're done, your tasks are clearly well defined and designed, and your roles and responsibilities are clearly defined. Whereas here, sometimes you have to become a CEO, sometimes you have to become even a fresher. I mean, you have to wear everybody's shoes here, unlike US.
So your sports analytic firm would have a specific timing, right? You won't overwork your employees then.
Probably. I wish. I should not until it succeeds again. I mean, with startups, you can't really tag a timing zone into it, right? It really depends on the kind of pull you need to get at least when you kickstart. But I think moving forward, I mean, as in when I grow, I would definitely make sure it is well defined and clearly structured.
Okay. So now let's talk about your experience with studying with Futurense. So how has the program kind of, uh, helped you in, adjusting to the cultural difference or the academics that's gonna happen in the US? Sneha, tell me.
Okay. Futurance helped us to understand, like, let me talk in perspective of Drexel. So, Drexel follows a quarterly term. So, again, it would be like similar. Now, here we have 3 months time with IIT. The same it would be there. Each term it would be of 3 months and three courses we have to choose. So, this IIT from Futurance that is offering, it is actually helping us to prepare ourselves to, have ourselves ready and make sure that we are settled over there and we don't find much difference in our Indian learning what we have over here and over there. So that is actually, it will help us to loosen that gap.
Okay. Aneesur, you told me about the credit program, right? The credit
Mhm.
transfer thing.
Right.
So how is it gonna work? Can you like explain?
Sure. So right now in IIM, when it comes to my university, I'm going to university at Buffalo. So
Okay.
there they have four papers, which among which two are credit transfers and two are prerequisites. So the ones which are credit transfers are all actually going to be transferred to US when I join in fall. So that's how that works. So IIM and the UB has some kind of collaboration, which thanks to Futurense again, which has implemented that. So that's giving us an advantage of doing a program over here and having those credits transferred to the US university. So which is actually a very positive thing. And the IIM professors that we have, they're also really good at teaching, and they are very well versed in that paper that they are teaching us, and that is actually helping me revamp also. So I find it useful, I would say.
So the professors at IIM and the professors at UB, they have like collaborated and made the whole, program together.
Yeah, that is when I realized there are a lot of business opportunities, to be honest. I'll tell you. Reason being, I mean, we had their website, apartment website. That's how the journey started. We looked for many and finally we closed on one. But just to close one apartment, it took a week. I mean, imagine in India today, I mean, you have many apps like No Broker, many other apps. Like you go there, visit there, and done. And probably within couple of hours, you can book an apartment in India. But it took 1 hour because of the issues in their website, and also it's not easy, it's not as seamless as we think. So that's something that was also a surprising thing for me, because again there's so much advantage, and I think we have a lot of business opportunity to capture on once we go there.
Which sites did you use to find accommodation?
Apartments.com. I think I'm a student was also one, but they didn't have a lot of offerings in case at Cleveland at least. But yeah, it was all apartments website only directly. So I'm going for Sky Terrace or something like that. So that's where we finalized.
Okay, what about you, Aneesur?
So I mean, apartments.com is one of the website which I went through, and the way they work is, I mean, before booking a apartment or something, people usually tend have the urge to look at the apartment. So that thing is something they've already uploaded a video in YouTube on how the apartment looks like and what features are available, what utilities are available. So that was convenient to confirm. But like Subramanya said, the booking time is very long. Booking advances and all that. That's taking a lot of time, of course. I mean, ultimately figured it out. So happy now.
So you guys have fixed the accommodation now.
Yes.
That's good. What about you, Sneha?
Initially, it was tough, mainly because of the time zone difference. So, when I was looking at Zillow.com and apartments.com as well. So, in Zillow, you cannot input your Indian number for contacting you. So, it won't accept Indian number at all. So, what I used to do was the same owner number only, I'll paste it over there. In the comment section, I'll mention my number and my email ID. Please reach out to me. I'm looking for this apartment, and we are a group of actually 5 girls, so we started looking for like a 5 bhk or a 4 bhk, and it was pretty expensive, but little we were able to manage a bit. And then I got to know from a senior that the area that you're looking for is not that safe. Come closer to the university. Coming closer to the university is just way more expensive. So then we splitted ourselves, okay, 3 and 2, and then we were able to find something sorted out, like now finalized. Yes.
So you're 5 of your friends, like all of you
We
guys
all
are
met from Futurense only. We made a group.
Oh, that's amazing. So this is gonna be, it's gonna be safe and
Yeah.
that is so good.
Yeah. So something we figured out. So we were given a guideline that Drexel, so it is in around 33rd Street, go only up till max 38th Street, not beyond that. That is not safe. Find something over here. So then we looked for only apartments which are in that street, and we found two of them, like in the same apartment, up and down like that, and then we settled on.
You guys did not explore international housing and things like that?
Yeah, we did. I mean, again, there were not a lot of listings there. So that is why I had
Yeah.
to go to the apartments website itself directly.
Okay. What about you, Mukund?
Yeah, actually, for RIT, they have their own housing page where there is all information required. So I went through the RIT housing and also this Facebook marketplace where people nearby the university are posting ads that there is this vacancy and all. So we are a group of four, just like Sneha, all met through Futurens. We all decided to share a flat, and after going through all the options, we found that near to the campus there is a good apartment and it's very close. And in RIT, winters are very harsh, so it's better to take an apartment which is on the way to the of the shuttle. There's a shuttle provided by RIT, so they gave us map like these places and all are the stops. So we decided which place is closest to a shuttle. So we finalized an apartment.
Do you guys know about any cultural difference or any, mannerisms or anything that's different there that it will be hard for you to adapt to?
Yeah,
Spoon
yeah.
and fork. Spoon and fork.
That's one thing, yeah, I would
That's one
agree.
thing.
And also the other thing, I mean, recently I came across that I was looking at an YouTube video. Here, if somebody gives you a gift, you will not open in front of them. You you wait until they go out and then you open it. But if you do the same there, it's rude. People judge you there if you do that. I think that's a little difficult to accept. I mean, with
Yeah.
so much here. I
They
mean,
want to see your reaction in front of them. They're
absolutely,
opening
and you have to react to it, and you have to make them feel it is great. So that's something which is difficult. I think here it is very easy. You get the gift, they go away, whether you like it or not. It's within you.
Right.
But there, people judge you for that. That's a difference which I recently came across.
I think there's also one custom if you're going to someone's house, you gotta take wine with you or something, right?
Yes, some
This,
gifting you have to
you
take
have to
and
take.
go.
That's polite to do.
Yeah.
So that concludes our panel discussion. Thank you all for joining, for taking out time to have this discussion that will help more students, more candidates. And Sneha, I hope all five of you, have a blast. You're going to which city?
Drexel University.
Which city is that?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. I hope you have an amazing time there
Sure.
with all your girlies. Mukund, I am sure you'll do your business analytics really well, and with all four of you together. I think it's. Are you guys sad that they have like a group and you guys are gonna
No,
be
not really.
alone?
We'll get more chance to explore.
Yeah, I think these people will, only be with their group, and you guys
Yeah.
will don't do that. I think you
No,
should
no, we wouldn't.
talk to more people. And Subramanya, I hope you have a good time at Case Western. And Aneesur, thank you so much for coming today. I hope you have a great time at UB.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you guys. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you
Thank
so
Thanks
you.
much.
for joining me for this discussion.